Welcome, everybody, and thank you so much for coming. We're just going to start as we always do now with this wonderful opportunity to send love and gratitude out to the world. Let's take some slow, deep breaths to get into that peaceful, receptive state. So we breathe in slowly and deeply. We hold our breath. We breathe out. Then we hold our breath. Let's do that for a few more breaths. Now let's listen for our heartbeat. Our heartbeat, which is a pulse of light coming down through the silver cord from our mighty iron presence, anchoring in our heart, giving us life. Let's just see and feel and bless that heartbeat. That heartbeat that anchors into that beautiful threefold flame, which is the anchorage of our mighty I am presence within our physical bodies. Let's just connect with that beautiful flame as we sit in that expanded golden flame in the center, golden yellow flame of wisdom and illumination, perception and discrimination. We see our bodies in this beautiful, dazzling golden flame. To the right, we can see the pink flame, that glorious, dazzling pink flame of pure divine love. And then we see to the left of us that beautiful, expanded flame, that sapphire blue, bringing into us the feeling of the will, the power, the faith, and the protection from our mighty I am presence. See and feel and bless this glorious light. Let's take our awareness now up through the top of our head, through the silver cord, to our mighty, beloved I am presence. Let's see this glorious, all-powerful, all-knowing, all-loving presence smiling down on us. Our wonderful presence of God, I am. And now we see in the center of our chest a beautiful golden sun forming, dazzling and brilliant like the noonday sun. The beautiful focus of light from our I am presence. Open our hearts and send love and gratitude to our mighty I am presence for beating our heart and giving us life. And now we see those rays from our beautiful sun in the center of our chest, dazzling and brilliant, billions and billions of rays, going forth and connecting up with each and every miniature sun in all the cells of our bodies, our 4 earthly bodies, all those little inner workers receiving this expanded light. Let's feel the joy, the happiness, and the gratitude of each and every little inner worker of our 4 earthly bodies. Sense and see and feel that wonderful light saturating our earthly bodies. And now let's just fill our feelings with a feeling of love and gratitude. And let's call to the beloved Ascended Masters, beloved Ascended Master David Lloyd, the great God of gratitude, to fill us, each one and all mankind, with this feeling, that light substance from the Ascended Master realm of gratitude and love. We see our beautiful suns turning a deep shade of pink with a golden radiance. Gratitude and love for all our many, many blessings. Gratitude and love to the great ascended hosts for these marvelous teachings. Gratitude and love for all our loved ones and our friends. Gratitude and love for our homes and our supply. Gratitude and love for all the many, many blessings that we receive daily on our earthly journeys. Gratitude to the great and beloved elemental kingdom, animate and so-called inanimate, the beauty and bounty of nature. God bless, love and thank them, each and every precious one. Gratitude to the beloved angels, and gratitude to all life on our beloved earth. And now we see these rays in this wonderful expanded state, forming a lattice of light, dazzling and brilliant. We see our entire earth folded in this glorious pink and golden light, saturating every part of life on our beloved earth, especially those parts of life that are never loved or thanked, with this wonderful gift, our opportunity of sending love, light, and gratitude to all life. And we just give deep, deep thanks for this. That's lovely. I always smile, those little birds. They're chirping. It was just like so on cue. It was just amazing. And so I was just thinking now, whether, Trish, would you like to read the opening invocation?
Thank you. Yes, I would. Beloved presence of God, I am. It is thy life and intelligence that enables me to read and comprehend and absorb that which is required of me. For life, I'm so grateful. Beloved, to me, I ask for your feeling and your capacity to use this instruction for God's glory and mankind's comfort. We thank you. And our great I am presence, take me within thyself. There instruct me and cause me to retain the full memory of these inner instructions. Thank you. From beloved Saint Germain.
Marvelous. Thanks so much. That's lovely. Thanks, Trish. All right. So for the topics of the week, we're going to continue with chapter 8. And this is the emotional account. And I know, but it was just, I have to really sort of hold those emotions in check there, of the panther giving its life as a balance for what it had received, but it's just a lovely, lovely thing. And just an understanding more about how, life is always so balanced. And obviously whatever happens is really just actually balancing things out. So it's just a lovely, lovely part of the chapter. And then we're going to listen to the video, You Are Born Free. It's a short one, but from beloved Saint Germain. It was a very pertinent one, I think, for today. And then beloved Roxanne is going to read The Tree of Life, a Fruit Tree, by the beloved Chohan, who is now the Cosmic Holy Spirit, Aeolus. But it's just lovely. It was sent through by beloved Mickey. She was using it for her Monday group, and her Monday group, which she has in the morning. And it's just so lovely. So thank you, beloved Mickey. And we're also going to listen to one of the songs that Mickey sent through, which is lovely, also about the goddess of liberty. And then I'm going to read from beloved Lady Rowena, And she speaks on the goddess of liberty and the importance of her liberty flame. So it's very much about liberty and freedom. And so now we're going to listen to Gerald Craig from the Saint Germain Foundation reading this, and it's just lovely.
2 weeks later, I felt a strong impulse to make one more trip to my trysting place with the Master, Saint Germain. I started at 4 in the morning and reached the edge of the dense timber about 9. The plaintive cry of my panther friend came to my ears before I had gone 20 paces into the woods. I answered quickly. In a moment it came bounding to my side with all the welcome of an old-time friend, and we proceeded onward to our meeting place. I noticed the panther was very restless and acted as if laboring under some inner agitation. This was most unusual, for it had always been very quiet when in my presence. I patted and stroked the beautiful head, but it made no difference. I sat down, and we ate lunch. "Come on, old boy," I said as we finished. "Let's go for a walk." It gave me a long, steady look, the most pathetic expression I've ever seen. I could not understand it. We had gone some distance when we came to a cliff about 15 feet high, at the top of which hung a projecting rock. Something caused me to look at the panther. The expression in his eyes was wild and fierce. I sensed a sort of tension in the atmosphere, but did not realize what it was. I walked on a few paces farther and felt a chill pass over me. Looking up suddenly, I saw a mountain lion crouched, ready to spring. The next instant it leaped toward me. I threw myself against the wall, and the lion landed beyond where I had stood. Like a flash of lightning the panther sprang, and the two locked in mortal combat. No words can describe the terror of the struggle that followed. They screamed, rolled, tore, and clawed each other. Lion was considerably heavier, and it seemed for a time as if it would gain the advantage. However, the panther was the faster moving of the two, and finally broke away. There was just an instant's pause until it saw a chance, and then with one spring landed on the lion's back and fastened its teeth just behind the ears. The panther's grip was like steel, and after a few seconds of rolling and twisting, the lion's struggles grew weaker. Finally, they ceased altogether. The panther came reeling toward me, its side terribly torn. It looked up at me, all the fierceness gone from its eyes, and its energy ebbing fast. There passed an expression of contentment over the face, and suddenly, giving a plaintive cry, it fell over dead at my feet. I stood motionless and wept silently at the loss of my friend, for I had become almost as attached to it as to a human companion. The next instant I looked up, and beside me stood Saint Germain. "My beloved brother, be not sad or dismayed," he said. "Your contact with the panther had so quickened its consciousness that it could no longer remain in that present body, and the great cosmic law demanded from it some service to you. This it gave in love by saving your life. All is truly well." He touched the thumb of his right hand to my forehead. "Be at peace," he continued, as the feeling of grief left me, and I felt completely relieved. The great cosmic law is unerring. We cannot receive without giving, and we cannot give without receiving. Thus the great balance of life is maintained. I congratulate you sincerely on the service rendered at the mine, and your serenity during the occurrence. All concerned with that transaction will become great helpers to humanity. Soon you will be called upon to render a far greater service than any you have given so far. In it, remember always, it is God's power and intelligence acting, and your mind and body only the channel. until you meet with this experience, meditate constantly upon the limitless power of God which can express through you at any time.
There we are. Wow. Just such an amazing account there of a balance to life. We're going to listen to beloved Saint Germain's words now. A message from beloved Saint Germain. I am the spirit of freedom. I bring to you a remembrance of the fact that you are free-born out of the bosom of the Eternal Father, invested with the same immortal flame of life by which every God intelligence that has ever attained perfection won his or her freedom. Within your hearts is the flame by which the archangels soar in their passage from one sphere to another, to the realms of the sun behind the sun. Within your hearts is the flame by which the mighty Elohim of creation project their ideas into the manifest world. Within your hearts is the flame by which every sun god and goddess in the universe create and sustain their solar systems. You are born free, dear people, in the use of life and light, in the use of thought and feeling, which are your instruments of creation. You are also free to walk either in the ways of men or of angels, and to transfer through radiation and example this freedom to others. Through the atmosphere of earth tonight, I call in the great name of freedom to every man, woman, and child, every angel and elemental evolving in one form or another on the earth's surface. Ye are free-born. Arise now and assert your dominion. Throw off the shackles of your individual imaginings. Square your shoulders. Prepare to wear the robes of freedom, and give this freedom by the power of radiation and contagion to your fellow man. I charge and charge and charge you this night with the most powerful pressure of the freedom flame that has ever been known outside of a retreat. Accept it deeply within the energies of your beings and feel that flame regulate for you the atmospheric conditions in which you live, your personal affairs, your relationship to the Godhead, and give you the Ascended Master consciousness while you still walk the earth. The cosmic law demands that my voice be heard now by the mankind of this planet, which is destined by Sanat Kumara to be freedom's star. But you are also my lips, my voice, my message. You are my radiation and the power of conviction that will show mankind by your word and example the freedom that is within the violet ray. Upon you I depend for that freedom expressed. Now, beloved friends, with your permission, I will give you an object lesson on the power of precipitation. First, you must realize that in order to become masters of energy, it is necessary to use the instruments of power with which we were endowed in the beginning, to both draw and dispense energy. These powers, beloved ones, are symbolized by the crown and the scepter. The scepter is the symbol of the rod of power. This is the same symbol that Sanat Kumara used to keep this planet and its people from flying off into space. It is also symbolic of the rod of Aaron, mentioned in your scriptures. The crown is symbolic of the raised consciousness. Within yourself, the scepter is your power of invocation, the power of concentrating your energies in mental or physical invocation on the higher octaves, by which concentration the currents from above are drawn down and charged and charged and charged into the condition to be rectified. At the same time, the heart and mind, consciousness, must become still long enough to let the presence of God reveal to you and through you that which should be done in the particular situation which prompted your call. All the power of the scepter is worthless unless there is a receptacle, a crown, into which the concentrated energies may be released, transubstantiated and prepared for dissemination to mankind. the power of the crown, is likewise worthless without the invocative power of the scepter. When you combine the two activities, the power of invocation, the scepter, with the quiet and reverent listening of the raised consciousness, the crown, you will have a completed operation. Otherwise it is only half finished, which is the main reason there are not more satisfactory results from calls. You see, dear ones, if you are so busy with your scepter that your crown is in a constant state of motion, making it impossible for your brain to catch the message from above, what good would you be in an emergency? On the other hand, if you are busy visualizing ephemeral temples, flitting from one cloud to another in a personal escape, not willing to draw down the light either from your presence or from the angels, you have also missed the mark. It is the middle way alone that brings results and marks a safe passage for your journey. Okay, so now we're going to have Roxanne, beloved Roxanne, reading The Tree of Life, a fruit tree. I just love this. It was such a lovely reading. Thanks to beloved Mickey. Thanks, Roxanne. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good morning. The Tree of Life, a Fruit Tree by the beloved Chohan. The fruit tree is a beautiful example or likeness of the entire identity of man, and that is why in the early days, the symbol of the Tree of Life was used as both a method of teaching the law of life and a reminder to the multitude of the great scope which one's individuality in its entirety covers. The great trunk of the tree is representative of the cosmic ego, or the spiritual presence, and its many branches were indicative of the ego's activities throughout the various spheres of life. The bud, followed by the leaf, flower, and fruit, were representatives of the temporary personality and expression of the life stream in a given incarnation or season. The nature and identity of the tree endured unchanged. As maturity is reached, the branches spread out and increase, and the ultimate manifestation of fruit makes for a larger harvest. Studying the rhythmic course of the season would show that bud and leaf and flower and fruit make but a temporary entrance, abide for a time, and then disappear. But even the unawakened know that the tree no wise ceases to be by reason of the passing of its seasonal harvest. Yet in the course of man's entrance into thousands of individualizations or incarnations, he places all his interest, faith, and consciousness on the bud, flower, and fruit of one season. If through late frost or some other natural manifestation, the bud is lost and the flower does not bloom, man suffers unnecessary grief in seeing the extinction of what he would call the presence of a soul on earth. Yet in nature's kingdom, the early bud is replaced by another bud or flower in another season, and there is no great harm done in the produce of the tree itself. It is thus also in the world of man. Study then the kingdom of nature, for in its natural expression that surrounds all people is a lesson of the truth of life. From the great trunk, the branches derive their sustenance, and from the branches, the bud, the flower, the leaf, and fruit receive their perfume, substance, and nourishment. Jesus understood this well when he gave the parable relative to the branches of the fig tree. And it is often that the great parent tree itself ceases to pour the substance of its life into an avenue of activity and service that is not to the ultimate good of the whole. In these cases, particularly at times of cosmic import, The parent stem of the life stream can and does withdraw the sustenance of the personality, which opposes the progress of the race as a whole. And in such a case, the spirit and cosmic ego of the erring personality does not, by this action of the presence, suffer any more than the tree does by the removal of the withered branch. And in time, it will bring forth new shoots of a healthy nature. It is in such an hour that we live, and these individualizations who represent tyranny and human aggression will, in the mercy of life, cease to feed the discord of the world. Although the diversity of activities that come under the direction of the being who is vested with the office of Chohan requires a tremendous expenditure of energy, it is a personal pleasure for me to see the wisdom of the God plan through those intelligences so far superior to the growing and evolving life expression. My activities in the nature kingdom have helped me greatly in understanding the development of the divine plan through the human race. I will confess, however, that working with the kingdom of nature is a more comfortable and happy experience than working in the human kingdom because of the absolute obedience and cooperation of the inhabitants of the former kingdom and the almost complete absence of the same qualities in the latter. However, working with mankind brings with it an opportunity to develop greater light, patience, and understanding, by which I too prepare for a greater responsibility and opportunity to serve the God life. Many students have wondered why it is within the compass of the third person of the Trinity, the Holy Spirit, to deal with the evolution of the individuals and to draw, control, and direct the energies by which the nature kingdom is sustained. And yet, when understood from the inner standpoint, the two services are very parallel in nature, and it is a marvelous thing to see how, through the consciousness of the beings in each kingdom, greater perfection and beauty is manifested. It is a cause for wonder, too, why life streams are drawn together in such intimate relationship. But it is that same quality in each one might be developed. It is that some quality in each one might be developed and another tendency retarded, which will eventually make the harvest of that tree so abundant and beautiful. In my capacity as cosmic gardener, I often actually feel the discomfort of the little roots and bulbs underneath the earth in their growing period, as they seem to jostle and push each other in their eagerness to grow and expand. But then I also feel their individual joy and happiness when at last their little heads appear above the hard earth and they see their reason for being. It is the same way with the human consciousness. Sometimes it wonders and rebels at the positions in which life places them, not understanding that a wise and loving gardener is hovering over them, watching their growing pains and rejoicing when they glimpse even a tiny portion of the cosmic divine plan. The only thing I can say in closing is that as I give you a small picture of the garden of the future, you will have faith in my clarity of perception, and that you will all flower together in great beauty and harmony, and the perfume of your individual beings blend to make this star one of the most glorious in our firmament. This is my desire. This is the hope of my heart, and knowing you, I am confident in its fulfillment.
Oh, lovely. Thank you so much, Roxanne. And just a wonderful reading. Just so lovely from the beloved Chohan. Yeah. All right. So now we're going to listen. Now I think we're going to do some decrees, and we're going to do, I know what we're going to do. We're going to have the gems, and then we're going to do a decree before we listen to the animal one. You just change the share. All right, so this is, whoopsie, I've got two here sort of because they're so sort of pertinent for what we are actually focusing on at the moment. But this is from the Beloved Silent Watchers Discourse. And we know that it's Beloved Immaculata from Ascended Master Light. And October 1937, she says for our encouragement, today, enough of mankind through their calls to the mighty I Am Presence have made it possible for a sufficient release of the great cosmic light to come into action, to not only sustain that which Saint Germain had worked during more than 2,000 years to accomplish for America, but to bring forth more than he could possibly have hoped. Oh, I just love to read that. In the release of the great cosmic light, no one, not even myself, expected to see its permanent release begin so quickly. I say this to the earnest, sincere students of the light for your encouragement, because the accomplishment is very great. And then I thought I'd just share here, you might have seen it on the website, but it was from Ascended Master Love and Truth, Volume 2, Beloved Mighty Cosmos. This was on the 22nd of July, 1938. He said, can you hear me nicely? Because I've just seen my internet's not so stable. But anyway, I hope you can all hear me. He said, I have sent 2 of the secret rays, making it 9 in all, in the full power of the unfed flame. This means the victory of the cosmic light on earth, the light of God that never fails. During the hour, and it was from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. on that particular day, is the only time it can be done in an entire 1,000-year period. Otherwise, I would have had to wait another 500 years for another opportunity. It is the greatest action that has come to the earth in 2.5 million years. Let me just see what the little message is. Perfect sound. Thanks, beloved aunt. So beloved Master Uriel said this was the following day. And he said, also from Ascended Master Love and Truth, same page, last night, the whole atmosphere of the earth changed. Some of the light as of 1,000 suns came forth. Oh, so marvelous. And this is just a little excerpt from the Beloved Goddess of Liberty. And it said, this was, I think also from Ascended Master Light. And she said, if necessary, that light as of 1,000 suns would be released to dissolve and transmute all human viciousness and discord from the planet. Never before has the cosmic light come to earth. So it's really a mighty focus for us of this cosmic light. And that's why we have actually added into our decrees. One of our beloved chelas prompted us. She actually had a visitation from the great Goddess of Liberty, and it was suggested that we call to her. So we've actually included her in our morning decrees, which we every morning do. Beloved Antoinette leads us through them, and that's on Zoom every morning, and obviously twice a week in the sanctuary in Cape Town for those that are there. But also we're going to include it in our Monday night decrees. Ant and I both thought about it at the same time. So it was amazing. All right, so now we're going to say this wonderful decree for our brothers and sisters that are caught in the psychic and astral realms. And we know we've been told by beloved Archangel Michael, this is a very important call. It helps them hugely. So we say together with with the mics muted, beloved presence of God, I am in me, and beloved immortal threefold flame of eternal truth within my heart, and beloved Saint Germain. While my body sleeps this night, let all the constructive energy of my entire life stream, including that in my causal body, be used to render whatever service is needed in the violet flame temples established in the psychic and astral realms to draw the full gathered cosmic momentum of the violet purifying flame of divine love and compassion through every discarnate life stream there. Let all the souls who dwell in those realms be drawn into those purifying temples of mercy and compassion, and there have the accumulated destructively qualified energies of their life streams purified and transmuted, so that when they are summoned for re-embodiment by the Lords of Karma, they bring into incarnation only a heritage of perfection and carry in their life streams no miscreations, that would add to their own or the world's distress. We accept this done now with full cosmic power, and so be it, beloved I am. And we thank you. And so we do. This is a bit of a frightening picture to start, but it's just a lovely story, really, of hope and love. And I think you'll enjoy it.
The homeowners saw him collapse in their backyard. I went to feel him to make sure he was still alive. Hey, buddy. Hey. We were tagged in a post about this husky in Cleveland, Texas. So I went out there to assess him. He used all his might to lift his head up. I'm gonna get you some help, okay? You gotta hang in there. These guys should be coming to help me get him in my car. I don't think he would have lasted much longer. The closest ER was over an hour away from Cleveland, and it was the longest hour ever. I just kept looking over to make sure that he was breathing.
Sweet boy, hello.
His eyes were totally sunken in. You couldn't even see them. I think it took about a week for him to open his eyes.
Hi, Jake.
And we realized they were blue, bright blue.
Hi, bud.
Oh my gosh, people are saying they can't see the video. I don't know whether it's to do with the internet. Just let me know, can you not see the video?
No, we're still on the screen. There we go. Now we can see it.
All right,
Maybe you could start over.
I'll start it again, yeah, because it's it's an amazing video. I'll start it again. Sorry, it's obviously a delay in the internet. Oh my gosh. Anyway.
The homeowners saw him collapse in their backyard. I went to feel him to make sure he was still alive.
Hey, buddy. Hey.
We were tagged in a post about this husky in Cleveland, Texas. So I went out there to assess him. He used all his might to lift his head up.
I'm gonna get you some help, okay? You gotta hang in there.
These guys should be coming to help me get him in my car. I don't think he would have lasted much longer. The closest ER was over an hour away from Cleveland, and it was the longest hour ever. I just kept looking over to make sure that he was breathing.
Sweet boy, hello.
His eyes were totally sunken in. You couldn't even see them. I think it took about a week for him to open his eyes.
Hi, Jake.
And we realized they were blue, bright blue.
Hi, bud.
It took a while just for him to get to where he can get up. We had to be on a real strict regimen on how much he eats and how often he eats. Jake is amazing. As much pain he was in, and he still had a good attitude, and he still wanted to go, and he still wanted to play.
Jake, oh Jake, he's very sweet. Take a look at her, yeah.
Even if he's just sitting there, you can tell he's just loving life. He's just happy to be alive.
At first he wasn't interested in toys, but it took a week or two, and then he started constantly playing with them.
You wanna play tug? You like playing tug? You wanna play tug? Silly boy. Ready? Go get it.
Where is your rocket? Jake, show your rocket. Hey, you have your rocket?
You could just spend hours with him in the backyard, just tossing balls, and he would never get tired.
We're at the vet. Today's a big day.
Our plan for him is just to give him a great life. Jake is super friendly. He loves to meet people. He loves to meet animals. He's just a very happy-go-lucky dog. We do have another dog, Jasper, who is not the warmest. But after maybe a week or two, they were best pals, and they still are. He's a big goofball. We call him the house wolf.
Jake's story gives me the chills just thinking about it.
It just made me believe that miracles do happen.
I think the reason that he enjoys everything the way that he does is because he knows what it's like to be without it.
The home.
Whoops. Okay. Oh, exactly. So he knows what it's like to be without it. Bless him. It was such a lovely story. It really filled me with, feeling of just the power of love and those wonderful people that help these animals. And so now we're going to say our decree for the animals together. Beloved, I am presence of all mankind. Charge your mighty light of mercy and compassion to flow through us all and bring comfort to the animal kingdom. May each human being remember and accept their responsibility as guardians and protectors of this planet's pure and innocent life until all is set free and their divine plans fulfilled. We so decree it, and so be it. In God's most holy name, I am. We accept it done, and we thank you. Lovely opportunity for us. All right, now we're going to this is actually so wonderful from Lady Rowena. It was really lovely from Friendship with the Gods. And so, beloved Lady Rowena, and we know she's the Chohan of the third ray, and she's the divine complement of mighty victory, and her activities, liberation, brotherly love, and perfect divine love. She says, I am indeed a very thankful member of God's holy family for the privilege which is mine in being the director of the third ray from the focus of liberty in France, and to have the honor of serving with that magnificent Lady of Heaven, the Goddess of Liberty. When one consciously tunes into the vibration of the liberty flame, you can feel its vigorous radiation flowing through your being. And an individual in the world of form should realize that its mighty action can liberate them from all that is less than Christ perfection. So there we have that wonderful prompt for us. I would suggest that you employ the flame of liberty daily and invoke this mighty goddess to liberate you from all that is human. It is well for the chelas to remember that there are glorious beings in heaven's realm who can only release the gifts of the Father, Mother God in accordance with the demand from the children of earth for these blessings. Oh, become more conscious of the gracious goddess of liberty and invite her to visit you in the secret place of the Most High within your being. When I contemplate the moment of brotherhood and love which has been builded at this retreat by my predecessor, Paul, the Chohan, I am deeply impressed by the sanctity of that beloved being. He prepared for the office, the sacred office which he now holds through the constant and conscious use of the holy breath of the Spirit of the Eternal. As I am speaking with you, I suggest that you breathe slowly and deeply and feel the breath flow through you in rhythmic manner. We will pause for just a moment to more fully realize that the breath comes from that all-encompassing reservoir of the spirit of the universe, and that it is channeled to the earth by Holy Aeolus and received by the Chohan to be released to the evolutions of this planet. Remember always to send your love and gratitude to the cosmic Holy Spirit and to the Chohan for animating your beings with this elixir of life. You came into embodiment on the holy breath, and it is withdrawn from your physical garment as you leave the field of experimentation, hopefully having made great progress toward the goal to which you were given embodiment. There is one breath which flows to all of us, and on that in-breath are the virtues of the Supreme Source, and that one release to his fellow men is an indication of the consciousness which he has attained. When one reaches the consciousness of the Christ within, he experiences the ecstasy of the spirit of brotherhood and truly knows himself to be a cell in the body of the Supreme Source. All life in the universe is governed by rhythm, by the in-breath and the out-breath. Witness the tides of the mighty oceans for a simple example, the rhythm which expressed in the periods of day and night, the rhythm of the seasons, and so on, all according to the will of God. Oh, dear ones, feel the heartbeat of the mighty Virgo and know that you are a contributing factor to that pulsation. Cradle the earth within our being by letting go of all the limitations of the human and merge with and feel yourself become one with the pulsation of perfection. Humbly I bow to the Supreme Source for being a part of the glorious sustaining breath of the universe. Our Father, Mother God, through whose love and grace I am a part of thy being, feel the ecstasy and gratitude which is within my heart for the privilege of carrying out some part of the universal plan of creation. While I am just one thread in this magnificent tapestry, as I weave that light according to thy plan, I do so in obeisance to thy transcendent direction. Obeisance. My lovely brothers and sisters traveling the earth, enter deeply into the heart of your beings, and then humbly kneeling to the Christ, be that golden man. And in that consciousness, travel to celestial heights to join in that symphony of creation, whose keynote is divine love. Waste not your energy in delving into your fellow traveler's affairs. He is responsible to the Almighty for his release of light, but peacefully be about the Father's business, and that is to see and be perfection at all times. Thus, you do not tie into negative conditions, which may be expressing in another, but anoint that one as you salute the Christ within his being. Think of your life experience in this one embodiment as you paint your beautiful picture on the canvas of creation. I implore you, do not delay its completion through withholding that beauty that is yours to dispense by daubing it with vibration or coloration, which is not contributing to the perfection of the pattern assigned to you and to you alone. With all the enfolding love of my being, I counsel you to make way for the Lord, in whose embrace I dwell. Enter the secret place of the Most High, the garden of your heart. Remove from your consciousness all that is human, and surrender completely to the Christ within. And as you do so, know that all perfection dwells in the sphere. From this moment forward, walk with the assurance that all that is less than Christ's perfection is but an illusion, and resolve to function as the Christ's identity through all your days. Wow, it's such an amazing thing coming from beloved Lady Rowena. I really felt she was just so wonderful. Something lovely for us all to ponder on. And so now we're going to listen to the wonderful video that Mickey sent through. Thank you, beloved Mickey.
Beautiful lady, glorious lady, beautiful lady, liberty, offering rest torch raised under God may it blaze eternally. The lady in the harbor harbors the flame that enlightened the world. Give me your tired, your hope, yearning to be free, to be free. Welcome you, her masses, to America's golden shore. Majestically crowned stands Lady Liberty. Oh, beautiful lady, glorious lady, beautiful lady, liberty, offering rest to the oppressed who yearn to be free, yearn to be free. Beautiful lady, glorious lady, beautiful lady, liberty. May you hold your torch raised under God, may it blaze eternally. Oh, beautiful lady, glorious lady, beautiful lady, liberty, offering rest to the oppressed who yearn to be free, who yearn to be free. Beautiful lady, glorious lady, beautiful lady, liberty. May you hold your torch raised under God, may it blaze
Just a beautiful song. I love you. I hope that came through all right, did it? And
Yes, that came through perfectly. That was wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful.
lovely. Okay,
Thank
thanks.
you.
You take over now.
Thank you for everything. I think all of us are just absolutely, totally inspired, just filled with feelings of gratitude, freedom, encouragement, liberty, hope, and divine love. With all those feelings just flowing out of each and every one of us, we come to this point where we make our mighty calls for the freedom of our beloved earth. We say together, mighty I am presence, great host of ascended masters, archangels and Elohim, cosmic beings and great cosmic light, come forth now in all your cosmic power. Withdraw and withhold all power from destructive forces and individuals with destructive intent throughout the world, right now and forever, whether it is conscious or unconscious. Expose, seize, bind, and render helpless all these sinister forces and their activities until the light has removed them completely, and illumine the source, so this may never act again. Replace all with ascended master consciousness and the divine plan fulfilled. We thank you. Our pillar of light, beloved mighty I am presence, beloved Archangel Michael, and beloved Commander Conrad, continually intensify your protective pillar of pure light substance and Archangel Michael's armor of light through and around me, charged with your invincible protection, all powerful and impenetrable. I am invisible. I am invincible. I am invulnerable to anything but thy almighty perfection. I am grateful that we are given whatever added protection is needed, and what we ask for ourselves, we ask for our loved ones, and that which is constructive in all mankind and the world. Thank you. We just take a moment to visualize and see and feel this mighty tube of light, this pillar of impenetrable light surrounding each and every one of us, our loved ones, our friends and families, and all those across the face of the earth, standing up in the name of truth, justice, and freedom for all life on this sweet earth. We thank you. Our decree for divine justice. I am the most intensified cosmic action of the flame of divine justice, blazing throughout the world, right now and forever. I am the law. I am the justice. I am the judge. I am the jury. Knowing that I am all powerful, then I know that only divine justice can be done everywhere, here and now. Beloved Lady Portia, ensure divine justice prevails throughout the world, right now and forever. And so be it, and so it is, and it is done. Beloved I am, we thank you. Now our new decree where we make this mighty call to beloved Goddess of Liberty. Beloved Cosmic I Am Presence and great Goddess of Liberty, direct the cosmic light of liberty as of 1,000 suns into the cause and call of anything attempting to delay the divine plan of the Great White Brotherhood for the earth's eternal freedom and release from all tyranny, here and now. So be it. Beloved I am, we thank you. In the name of my mighty I Am Presence, great cosmic beings and great cosmic light, I decree, I am the presence, charging the minds and feelings of everybody in America and the world with Saint Germain's ascended master consciousness and perfection right now and forever. I am the presence, blessing, illumining, perfecting, and setting all free in service to the light. Now together we make this mighty call to the violet fire. We just visualize our entire earth, all miscreations or misqualified energy of any kind, ablaze in this gift of the flame of freedom, the violet flame. We say together, mighty I Am Presence, beloved Saint Germain, and those that minister to the violet flame, come forth now and blaze your cosmic violet fire and cause a mighty victory for all the world to see. I am the law of forgiveness in cosmic action now. I am the victory of the sacred fire in all its cosmic power. Mighty angels descend with your purple wands of fire and strike them into the center of every place where there has been a history of sinister force activity. Transmute and consume it all, cause, core, record, effect, and memory, and set it all free from that which was never meant to be. Replace it all with ascended master consciousness and the divine plan fulfilled. We thank you. And now, with that feeling of ascended master, victorious accomplishment, we say together, I am the victory of the light. I am the victory of the light. I am the victory of the light. I am the cosmic flame of victory, which reigns supreme everywhere, right now and forever. We accept these calls answered as they are made, according to thy will, with full cosmic power, maintained and doubled each hour until fully manifest. And so be it, and so it is, and it is done. Beloved I am, we thank you. Now we end off as we always do with that focus on pure divine love as we make that call to the secret love star, the focus of cosmic divine love from the great central sun, that supreme light that cannot be requalified with human thoughts or feelings. And as we see and visualize this great star of light, we ask that each and every one of us, every man, woman, and child, and all elemental life be clothed in the substance from the secret love star, that pink and golden substance that pushes out all imperfection, all limitation, all disharmony of any kind. And we just see that substance expanding the feelings of love and harmony, of kindness, of peace, of charity, courtesy, grace, and goodwill, the feelings of unity, one holy family. Make each and every one of us, all mankind, all elemental life, a living sun of pure divine love. And we just send this love out of our hearts in deep love and gratitude to all the beings of light who maintain and sustain this mighty focus of light, the secret love star. Mighty I am presence of all mankind, come forth. Charge every man, woman, and child, all life evolving on this sweet earth, in the light and love from the secret love star, and keep it eternally sustained. We thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, beloved aunt. Oh, just marvelous. According to the secret love star, what a blessing. All right, so we're going to do the closing invocation. And Catherine, would you like to read it? Have you got computer on there?
Yes, I would. Thank you. Blessing. Closing invocation. Can you hear? Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Lovely. Okay. Closing invocation. Before ending the session, we will all say with mics muted, Beloved, I am presence, and beloved Master Kutumi, nourish the seeds planted in my consciousness, so that the ideas entrusted to me become manifest flowers of perfect expression in my world and the world of all my fellow men. Beloved presence of God, I am. Pour the light of thy great glory upon my consciousness and nourish the seeds planted by the masters. We thank you.
Okay, lovely. Thank you so much. All right, so let's just take a moment, a final moment, just to send love and gratitude for all we've received today, those wonderful teachings, and just our beloved I am presence, just bringing us to the space where we can actually receive these glorious teachings and to assist our beloved Saint Germain in his colossal task of, and also but a wonderful task, just like the Goddess of Liberty said, that he's done so well with that cosmic light coming. So here we go. Let's just send love and gratitude to the world. Thank you, everybody, for coming. And I'm going to stop the share. I'm going to stop the recording.